Hey, welcome back. This is Cetriya, Cetriya, and today I thought I'd walk down through memory lane and sharing some of my collection of art books and why I purchased them and how I got them. So for the first book, I'm sure you probably was staring at this gorgeous cover here. This is the art collection of Guilty Gear, and it says from 2000 till 2007. Forgive me, I do not know the illustrator off the top of my head. I probably would once I actually look it up, but I never played any of the games. I didn't play that much video games, but I used to watch my brother playing the video games. But I mean, who cannot be attracted to the beautiful artwork? It's so dynamic. And first and foremost, as I was learning to make illustration, create artwork, I tend to buy a lot of art books that I felt that I could learn from. So I'm just going to go and do a very quick flip through of the illustrations in here. Very beautiful dynamic lines, the compositions of the characters, juxtapositions, the color choices, and I just love the shades, the colors, all of it is gorgeous. But there's two things in here that I very much appreciated in this book, and I'll get to that as soon as I can flip to it here. And that is, there it is. And that is the black and white artworks. I love it for the contrast, the details. If I could just show it to you real quick. I mean, how can you not love this? And because it's not distracted by the color, you really learn shading, shapes, silhouettes, composition, and I just really appreciated the artwork in here. Further along in the book, in here, some different character style renderings, dynamic poses, the raw pencil sketchbook for a lot of the illustration. I just, how can you not love this? But of course, also as a bonus in this book was the art tutorial that was featured in the back. I'm just so happy I got this. I don't speak Japanese, but the steps by steps were so, every single detail, and I really appreciate that one. So the second video game art book was, this artist I do know is Hwang Tae Kim, I think is how you pronounce it. I think currently he just recently stepped down from being an art director for one of those Korean MMO RPG. Oh, there you go. See? Artworks by Hwang Tae Kim. This is some of his earlier work, and on his webpage it's far more refined now. But again, another game that I have not played, but I love it for his character design work, his choice of colors, the blending, so many of the character details. Unfortunately, for some reason, he seems to not like to show tutorials all that much. I love the details in there, and the shading and the colors. A very soft palette. But that's main of the reasons that I appreciate it. And you can see, as I said, he's not one for tutorials. Like this, it's in English, but there's nothing there, and there's not much else in the text work. So unfortunately, his work is beautiful, it's gorgeous, his designs are cool, but I don't know why he's adverse to actually some of the early artwork. She used to be my avatar. He's pretty adverse to it, so I think there's been a number of people attempting to copy his style, but it is what it is. And again, with the sketch work, to see how he come up with his designs and stuff. And that was Hwang Tae Kim. He has a nice website if you could actually follow it. I have my thing, or used to be, love affair of Bleach. Unfortunately, that story went and rolled into a ditch somewhere. I did read the ending, wasn't the best. But the first book I would like to share is a doujinshi. This is probably the one and only doujinshi or fan comic that I've purchased. I'm gonna see if I could double check on my memory, but I think this is pretty much it. And I didn't buy it because of Bleach, because again, the story was complete for me that I didn't need it to be, but I do love Keen and Aqua, which is her online name. It's very easy to find her if you type that in. Me and my friend was a follower of her artwork, and we ordered one large shipment together. That way shipping was only $25 and split between the two of us. I would like to say I was probably back in late high school or first year or two of college. And it was very, I've ordered a number of other things from her too. She makes lots of cute things, but I love her stuff because she had a lot of attention to details. I love the illustration. I have a huge calendar of her work. The beautiful paper. I mean, it's really fancy stuff in here. And then again, going back to my thing of liking to learn, I was somewhat in like a Korean style of manga stage because I liked the blacks were far more sharper. The paneling was far more weird, and I just truly appreciate some of the stuff in here. I just loved her style of illustration. Let me see if I can get to the double page spread. I mean, look at this. This is gorgeous. This is just gorgeous. I go back to this page time and time again if I want to render something or learn how to do a few other things. It's been so beautiful. But that's one of them. And again, her name's Keen Aqua if you want to look her stuff up. Unfortunately, she only does like fan stuff. I would have followed her original. Another thing was, this I believe was eventually translated into full English, but this is basically a Bleach art and activity book. So there's a few color illustrations in the beginning, but more so than anything, as you can see again, I was really into tutorials. There's how he does his markers, and I think now you could probably find a recording process of him working on YouTube, how he comes up with his colors. So I really appreciated that. And again, look at all these steps. And then after a few color pages, they actually give you really thick paper. Actually, this is printed on very thick paper for you to practice your coloring work on. Also loved it because you kind of see how he inked his stuff before you went into coloring it. So, and then little postcard activities. I did color one of them. But again, I just looked at this for learning. It's unfortunate what ended up happening to this series, but all in all, I appreciate it. I think this was like $10 or something. And of course, the actual Tite Kubo art book before we got into like, I think the Hueco Mundo arc. That's pretty much where I stopped because I think the first season or the first story arc of I think the name's Gote 13. This is like a lot of years back, but I believe, yes. So this one is in English. His stuff started coming into English. I almost bought this in Japanese, or is it in Japanese? Okay. I'm just not realizing the book is right to left. So, but again, look at this beautiful pull-out posters and everything. And again, I bought this because I really was enamored with his artwork. Just the dynamic compositions again, and it just looked like he was having a lot of fun. So that's part of the reason why I purchased the book. Again, it's unfortunate what happened to Bleach, but while it was going good in the beginning, and it was beautiful. Again, just really fun stuff and stuff. And last but not least, another mangaka. This is the artist that did Saiyuki, and she did a couple of other manga. This one was the art for WoW adapter, and I believe another story that I don't know of, but Kazuya Minekura illustration. I was really enamored with her artwork also. This book came with the DVD. I think it's just like download stuff like your wallpaper or whatever. And this was imported. I think eventually you can get her actual books in English, but I really do appreciate when mangakas put like sketches in their actual books, because I feel you could really learn with their sketches. But I have to say though, I've kind of fallen out of love with her artwork. I do love the compositions because they're very pop art. They're very like poster art, really in your face. Come take a look at me. But I have to say I've pretty much fallen out of love with, I don't know. I don't hate it. I still love it. I still keep it, but this is probably one of the books that I will be selling. So if you guys are interested in having a book from Magnacharta that is not Saiyuki, hit me up in the comments. First come, first serve. But yeah, this was first video of my art book collections. I have a number more. Let me know if you're interested in this kind of thing and I can share it with you. Perhaps I'll put down a link of how I got some of these books. Most of it has been through eBay. Fortunately, I'm still figuring out how to use Taobao, but all in all, thanks again for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next video.